Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Every Tuesday, I bring in my good friend, Charles Alvarez. He is a sales coach, marketing coach extraordinaire, does great things for my business, which is one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to tap into him as an information source to bring in some of the people out there that he knows in the business community. But he turns companies around. He doesn't do it slowly. It happens rather dramatically, and really delighted to have him as a contributor on this program. Welcome, Charles.
Thanks for having me again, Kevin.
Before you introduce your guest, tell us a little bit about Cornerstone.
Well, what we do is we work with business owners to implement sales, marketing, and productivity tactics to get their business to the next level faster than they could on their own.
And the way people learn more about it is at cornerstonebusinessacademy.com. That's cornerstonebusinessacademy.com. Introduce Bob for us.
Well, I'm really excited to have the executive director of the IEC with us today, and that industry is going through kind of a boom, and Bob's right in front of it. He's been with the IEC since 1986, 89, and I'm really delighted to have him on the show today.
Welcome. Glad to have you on. Real quickly, kind of give us that introduction, that overview of what IEC is all about and what you do.
The Independent Electrical Contractors is an open shop or merit shop contracting group, and we provide education and manpower assistance and stuff to the electrical industry, to all contractors in this area.
Yeah. Do you know Clyde Bryant by chance?
Oh, yes. I know Clyde very, very well.
Clyde's one of my best friends. And
he's one of our longtime members.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Great American, too, by the way. Great person. And I'm a big fan of his. Awesome. Go ahead, Charles.
Well, Bob, tell us a little bit about what the benefits you provide to your contractors are and what they really get out of being a member of the IEC.
Well, the biggest advantages of IEC is the educational we give to our contractor members. Not only their apprentices, but even their staff. We also provide manpower assistance in the form of an application service, and we have a shared man program where somebody who has employees that are out of work can share those employees with somebody else, and they don't have to draw unemployment.
So tell us, why is it that you have that service? Why is that so important?
Well, there's a shortage of electricians throughout the country. If it wouldn't have been for the recession, we would really be in a bind right now, but now that work has picked up in the Houston and Texas area, we are finding a severe shortage of qualified electricians.
Yeah, that's interesting. And so you're wanting to make sure that number only grows.
Oh, yes. We want them to have a trained workforce. We also have a problem that I spoke about earlier with Charles, is that the average age of electrician is 49 years old. And a lot of the senior management is baby boomers that are almost retired. So we're going to have a big shift in the industry in the next few years.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Charles, go ahead.
So tell us, if, let's say that electrical contractor is hearing this now and they're like, well, I don't want to take time out of my business to go be part of IEC and, be involved in all this kind of stuff. What would you tell that contractor who has that mindset?
Well, if you're not training your own employees, and you're not having somebody represent you on code panels and on electrical boards and with the different legislative groups, then you're at their peril. They can decide what to do with you anytime they want to, and it'll be to your detriment.
Yeah, no question about it. What do you explain the attrition problem, if you will, that exists in your industry?
Well, when things have gotten really bad before, qualified people have gone somewhere else. They've gone to a manufacturer or whatever and gone as an electrician for them. Now we're in a peak mode, and we're going to really be hiring, and it's going to take a while for us to, replace all the people we're missing.
Yeah,
that are retired.
Very interesting. Go ahead.
So, what do you think the answer is to that? I mean, obviously, the cities will continue building, companies will continue to expand and grow, and have a need for what an electrician does, and more specifically, what an electrical contractor does. What do you think is the answer to really overcome that hurdle?
Well, we have several things in mind. One of them we're going to do is electrical boot camp. We're going to take people from off the street and train them for 2 weeks in basically the basics of safety and things of that nature, tool recognition, so that when they get on a job site, they'll be immediately useful to the contractor and won't have to go through a long learning curve.
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting. And what is, I think a lot of people don't even understand exactly what's entailed in becoming an electrical contractor. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, becoming an electrician first, you go to school 1 night a week, 4 hours a night, 39 weeks a year for 4 years. And you also, during that period of time, work in the field for 2,000 hours every year. And at the end of that time, you get a 5% raise every 6 months based on completing your classroom and your field experience. And at the end of that time, you're making 85% of journeyman's pay as an electrician. Then you can go to school for 2 more years and become a master electrician and go in business for yourself.
Okay, very good. Charles?
So let's say that you're an 18 or 19-year-old man or woman, and you're contemplating either, putting $60,000, $70,000, $100,000 down for college and, getting a somewhat of a major versus a trade school. What would you say are the pros about deciding to go the trade school route versus the 4-year college education?
Well, as you heard recently, they're going to double the interest rates on student loans. So you're not going to have a student loan when you finish our program. Not only are you going to get going to school, you're going to get paid to work while you're going to school, and you won't have any debt after the 4 years, and you will have a trade that you can take not only anywhere in the United States, but anywhere in the world, because the electrical theory is the same all over the world.
Yeah. What kind of income can people expect?
Well, if you end up becoming a journeyman electrician, the average in this area is about $50,000 a year.
Not bad for a journeyman, and then you can work your way up from there.
Yeah, masters or estimators, project engineers, they make more money than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it sounds to me, with, like you said, the average electrician being 49 years old.
Yes.
And with a lot of the business owners who own the company looking to transition their business probably over the next 10 years, for an entrepreneurial and a visionary, young person, that might be quite an opportunity.
Well, that's right. And also, even if they didn't retire, Texas is such a booming area right now. The top, 5 of the top 5 growing areas are in Texas throughout the nation.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, I mean, this is Houston's the fastest growing city in the country, and there's a reason why. Obviously, a lot of opportunity here.
That's exactly right, and you need to be able to take advantage of it. We need more people all the time, so come on down and see us.
All right, fixing to wrap up the segment again. How do we get more information about you, Charles?
Just simply go to cornerstonebusinessacademy.com.
CornerstoneBusinessAcademy.com. I want to encourage people to go check it out. Charles Alvarez does a phenomenal job helping businesses of all sizes and shapes grow and makes a big difference. And then also, I think a lot about individuals who are out there that are, in transition, and trying to figure out what to do career-wise. Here's a great opportunity. I mean, how long does it take to get to journeyman?
4 years.
4 years. But you're being paid while you're doing that.
That's correct.
And it's not bad pay either.
No, you start out at about $11.86 an hour.
Not bad. That's about. You like that about 11.86? What are you, an accountant? All right. Bob Wilkinson, been our guest, executive director of the Texas Gulf Coast chapter of the Independent Electrical Contractors. And that is IECTXGulfCoast.org. IECTXGulfCoast.org. Thanks to both of you gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right, when we come back, we're going to have more for you. Do you want to remind you, best content here? Show us up over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter. You're listening to The Price of Business.